say spinal cord injury, we are talking about the damage to this part, which can be ranging from the neck, the back, upper back, the lower back also, and which will lead to different kinds of difficulty in doing our day-to-day activities, depending on the severity of the injury. And anybody who has got a spinal cord injury will be showing different problems such as difficulty in using his hands and legs, difficulty in feeling the sensations from the body, different parts of the body, like touch, joint position sense, or any heat and cold sensations. And also in severe injuries, we will be noting spindle disturbances or such as difficulty in controlling the urination, difficulty in controlling the motions, and such as so on. And this spinal cord injury, we usually come encounter this term or condition in patients who are having problems such as road traffic accidents, falls from heights, such as various occupational hazards, and in children with abuse showing the whiplash injuries. So this is a fairly common problem when it comes to high velocity injuries and high intensity traumas. Yeah, when we come to the back injury, we usually include everything which forms a part of the below part of the body below the neck and up to the buttocks region. And this entire part is called the back. And when we call back injury, it includes any injury to the muscles that are on either side of the spine and the bones which are forming the vertebral column, and also the spinal cord which is within this vertebral column. So commonly we encounter this when in common usage this term is used as back injury, and this back injury is usually limited to musculoskeletal part or muscles and bones part, where muscles are injured due to routine trauma or wear and tear, and bones are giving a problem because of the weakening of the calcium content in the bone. But when we include the spinal cord, it's actually the entire thing will be coming into the picture. Spinal cord injury, usually we give this name to the injury where the cord itself is directly injured, leading to different nervous system malfunctions, such as weakness and numbness of the body. So back injury can be very common and much more common than spinal cord injury. Spinal cord injury, as I said, is most commonly seen in patients involved in vehicle accidents. So that is the first part of information which tells you whether the patient might be having a spinal cord injury. And the most common symptom would be pain, where the patient himself complains to you about the location of the pain, where they can pinpoint the location like the neck or the upper back or the lower back. When we have a high suspicion of a spinal cord injury, and before moving the patient, it's highly important to immobilize the patient so that we are not adding to the already injured spine, and such that our care itself will not add to the further bone injury. So most commonly, as I said, the pain is the first symptom which we say, and all patients who are complaining of pain, especially after a fall or after a vehicle injury, should undergo tests such as the basic X-rays to rule out any injuries to the vertebral column and spinal cord. The more important symptoms would be weakness of the legs or numbness of the legs, where the patient himself tells you that they are not able to feel the legs or they are not able to move the legs. In this case and this scenario, almost it's a confirmatory of a spinal cord injury, and all such patients should be immediately immobilized such that their spine doesn't move any furthermore, and can most of the times, if the injury is limited to the bones or partial injury to the spinal cord, they can be benefited by immobilizing the patient and preventing the increase of the spinal cord injury. Advise all patients to undergo X-rays in order to catch hold of a subclinical or a silent spinal cord injury or a vertebral fracture, which will immediately alert us to the possibility of a spinal cord injury, and further evaluation with an MRI scan is advised. So we encourage all our patients to go to a rehabilitation center which takes care of all these aspects apart from the treatment also, so that they are able to come back to as near normal position in their future as much as possible.
All right, sir. Thank you for such an informative and amazing session on spinal cord injury, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting.
Thank you.